Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos.
Fans, on your feet for your defending AFC
On the visitor's sideline, head coach Liam Cohen. His guys got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go here from Mile High. That's not the brightest of beginnings here. He'll only managed to get this past the 15-yard line. Season 6 with the Jaguars for Trevor Lawrence, the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson from the 2021 draft.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30. 14 yards on the ground on the first play from scrimmage.
First down.
And his run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll fake it to Tootin. Now it's Lawrence. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So here come the Broncos, led out by Bo Nix. Greg, season 3 for the Oregon quarterback. Led the Broncos to the AFC West title last year and snapped that 9-year Kansas City run atop the AFC West.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarter.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. This one over before it started. Hit behind the line. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got a receiver. That's Pat Bryant. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. And deep to return, that is Parker Washington. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. As the Jaguars go back on offense, there's a look at Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph. Vance, the former head coach of the Broncos for a couple of years, now in Season 4, back as their defensive coordinator. This drive begins with a run by 2. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Jaguar first down.
On first down, they'll go back to 2. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Taken down at the 41.
So, a couple of first downs will give them first and 10. They're at the 41.
Jaguars.
Another run here with 2. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. It is third and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
That last run lost a yard, setting up second and 11. A run with Dobbins. And this one not going to do the trick either. Stop behind the line now on consecutive runs.
A loss of 2 on the play.
No help from
It's
those
third
last
down
2
and
runs.
13.
It is third and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good third down stop, and it sets up fourth down. On the return, here's Washington. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, It's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
3rd and 6. Lawrence now. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll search for the first point of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. And I think a Bronco player was able to get in there. He was. So Denver keeps possession of the football. See what they have for 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he's on to punt for Denver. That is fielded at the 13. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Lawrence. That one swung out wide to Allen. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He'll try to run for it. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
In motion is Myers. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 3. Lawrence going to give it to Jinton. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. That's Zach Allen there on the tackle.
49-yard line.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On third down, it's Allen. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So it is fourth down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. And as expected, this one's not going to get it. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The Broncos offense ready. Football. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard, very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll go play action with Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's close to the 1st down, but still a good couple of yards short. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On 4th down, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep. That's to the end zone. Intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. More to come. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. As they've got it with a 3rd and long ahead. Now here's Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. Well, after a great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants open with the Cowboys. Now those two teams will meet at SoFi in England. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
2nd down. Nix. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now. Like, he just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The Jaguars offense and their running back, Facial Tootin, heading back for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Lawrence. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. This one over the middle and caught by Bryant. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Broncos. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up second and goal.
At the 2-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up second and
a little closer. Here's second and goal. Nick's going to keep it on the zone read. And he's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
Yeah, just not a whole lot you could do there. I mean, it's a zone read play, Mike, and the defense just really has everybody accounted for. One defender has the back, another defender has the quarterback, and once you have those two guys taken away, there's not a whole lot to do.
Throwing here on third and goal. Taking off. It is Nix to the end zone. Denver touchdown.
You can't forget about Bo Nix and how good of an athlete he is, Mike. I think we see him in this offense, operating this Sean Payton system, and you take for granted that this guy is a really good scrambler and a really good runner, and this time there's nowhere to go with the ball. Nice job by the back end locking up the receivers, but when you have a quarterback that can go off script and make plays that aren't there, man, it takes an offense to another level.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Jags offense ready to take over once more. They'll be searching for a way to get on that scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0. As we'll start this drive, first and 10. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for our first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
What a terrific run. They finally bring him down at the 15-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. They'll run with Allen. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle, here is Tootin. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane. And it sets up fourth down.
A 31-yard attempt.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Jaguars are on the board now here in this second quarter.
And remember, Mike, he missed his only field goal earlier, so he had to sit and think about this for quite a while. But no issues on this one, right down the middle.
And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw is Nix. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing, Nix. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I think the second that ball left his hand, he wanted to pull it immediately back. I mean, he is lucky, Mike. That ball didn't end up going the other way. He almost gifted them a short field and maybe even some points.
The Jaguars offense and their running back, Basil Tootin, heading back for their next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now to throw on first down. Complete left side, that is Thomas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
19-yard line.
To the left side, it is caught by Miles. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On first down, they'll go with Tootin. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they could somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Right back to Tootin. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. A rookie from Texas A&M. There to bring him down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And they will get another play off. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Craig and I return to Denver after this. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Side, hauled in by Myers. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Jaguar first down.
Now Lawrence. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Lawrence Out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down mark, but they're going to mark him just short. So third down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 15 yards through the air. First down, Jacksonville.
First down, Jaguars.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Second and 2 at the Broncos' 9-yard line.
Slot man in motion right. Now second down throw for Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal
at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That is caught to the goal line and in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars are out in front. It is 10-8.
Broncos 8.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no return here. This is a touchback. The Broncos offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll do so with first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. A first down throw for Nix. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A run with the Central Florida punter, R.J. Harvey. And he'll get about 5. Now whistle. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. That's going to be blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. And he's going to be brought down. They passed on that field goal attempt, and they get nothing out of it as the first half comes to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll let this one go deep. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
These plays are certainly challenging, right, Mike? I mean, you look at the defender, and that ball is in the air a long time. And the instinct when the ball's in the air for some of these guys is they lose track of the trajectory of the ball.
Let's go.
They end up just getting so infatuated with the man instead of turning their head around and locating. So you make this much contact, it's going to be a PI every time.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Jones.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
Brian Thomas now, and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They'll fake it to Tootin. Oh, a loose football. The Broncos have it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown.
This is great teach tape for all the young quarterbacks out there. When you are in the pocket, you need to keep 2 hands on the ball at all times. You see guys, they're moving, they're scrambling, their eyes are downfield, and they lose track of the rush. You have to assume the defenders are going to attack the ball any chance they can. Secure it, 2 hands. Even if you take a sack, nothing is more important than the ball.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Run out of the gun, and it's Tootin. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. And Zach Allen there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. They put Strange in motion. 2nd down, Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
3rd
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Man in motion here is Washington. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it'll lead to a second down. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Open right side. That's Strange, the tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
Jaguar first down.
They go play action for Lawrence. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A short one into the hands of Troutman. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
You know, Mike, with a guy like Cortland Sutton, I think he's someone who seems to fly under the radar because he's just a really good football player. I mean, he's cemented himself as a true #1 in Denver, and he's a big reason why the Broncos made it to the AFC Championship just a season ago.
On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 28.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Goes first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And some good blocking, bringing it a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Now it's Dobbins. Ooh. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
It's been a really impressive drive up into this point. I really like the way the offensive line looks, Mike. And here on this last third down, they pick up just enough. Fresh set of downs, brings up 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Jaguars 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Greg, you always talk about it. Take care of the ball. And in this one, this team just has not.
Yeah, and you're just not going to win in the NFL if you're going to lose the turnover battle at this rate. And it's not just one guy. There's multiple guys who have their hand in this, and if they don't get it cleaned up and they don't continue to prioritize protecting the ball, we're going to see more bad performances out of them here in the future.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strange. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a 1st down. Lawrence. Set up the screen here for Tootin. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. One incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. Oh, the ball comes out. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is
so that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So now they'll pitch it out here, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
At the 30-yard line.
So if they come to the line, 2nd down, they need 14 yards. Back to throw is Nix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Pat Bryant, the target there, and it's going to be third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up fourth down. That one hits at the 10. No one there to stop it, though. Bounds into the end zone. It'll be a touchdown. The Jaguars offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's Strange. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Man in motion here is Washington. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Lawrence. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. And now here comes the punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here comes a return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. A run with Dobbins. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Jelani Tavai there on the tackle. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 29, here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it is the rookie, Jonah Coleman. And nothing doing here. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. A throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin. Good start to the season, 7 catches in the opener, and a first one here in week 2 for a 1st down.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. That is caught left side by Troutman. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the fourth. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Well, they get the break they were looking for. It is intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Tootin, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 6-yard line.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this one out to Allen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Lawrence. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Broncos take over.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Reaches on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing. Nix. Short pass caught by Troutman. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
4 brings up 3rd and 4.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars offense heading back onto the field. As they do, let's see what lies ahead for them. Schedule the next few weeks. They'll be home for the Patriots. Then they go to Cincinnati. And then back home to meet Philadelphia. Lawrence going to give it to Tootin. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
By Talanoa Hufanga. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Jacksonville.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. That'll be complete to Tootin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 39-yard line.
They put Strange in motion. 2nd down, Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. And he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
11 on the play. 1st down, Jaguars.
He'll fake it to Tinton. Now it's Lawrence. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Lawrence now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Zach Allen. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now Lawrence. And he will go down under the pressure. They got him. That puts a serious dent into any chances of mounting a comeback. They'll turn it over on down.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
The Broncos coming back out as they do. Why don't we peek ahead? Their upcoming schedule. They'll be home for the Rams. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Gobble. He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
8 yards.
So, from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
6-yard line.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's brought down to 17, but that's going to be good enough. A 1st down picked up on the ground. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
4 yards. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll run here with Coleman. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
No gain on the play.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Here now, second down and goal. Again, it'll be Coleman. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4. The defense uses its second time out here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Try to run it, and here is Coleman. Good blocking, and he's in. Jonah Coleman. Touchdown, Broncos. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Knicks and the Broncos now will line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Jags offense about ready to take over once more. We try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Man in motion here is Washington. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. And before the snap, clock is ticking down, and we reach the 2-minute warning. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. It's third down. They need 6 for the first down. They put Strange in motion. Now here's Lawrence. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over strike touchdown.
Little on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer.
Jaguars 17.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. Past midfield.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Give this to Coleman running right. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a toss running left is Coleman. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Now it's second and 1.
At the 18-yard line.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Toss to the right side, and Coleman. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Running is Coleman. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 7.
On third down, here is a run by Coleman. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.